Friday, 11 a.m. at the Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down. I should ask them. Excuse me. Have you guys seen Ciara? Pregnant Ciara?
She died.
What?
She died yesterday. Yo, go around.
She's supposed to meet me here today at 11 to go to a mommy and me and detox.
Oh, damn. Yeah, she died, bro. That shit fucked everybody up. Cause she cool peoples, even though she, she got her little issue or whatever. She cool peoples. Like, a mental problem.
Because she confirmed that she has schizophrenia to me.
Yeah, she was a schizophrenic, and a lot of people judged her over that because she, just went around just saying random things that kind of blew people's attitude or whatever. But she was a really good person, and it hurts me, to find out that she had passed away. And the way that she passed away, I heard that normally when I have like, what do you call them, like Fetty episodes.
Okay.
I have a tendency of getting aggressive, and when I get aggressive, I don't like physically harm anyone, but I do cause physical harm to myself.
Oh wow!
There's times where I have Fetty trips, and I go and I'm shadow boxing walls, headbutting walls. Wow,
I see a scar right here on your side too. Was that from?
Scar here.
Oh, on your forehead too. Yeah, majority of it. But getting out of prison, man. I mean, I'm surprised you even wanted to come back out here. You really got to get over this mental war you got going on in your head. Because you're 28, you're almost 30. We can make a lot of mistakes in our 20s, but once we hit 30, we really got to overcome a lot of our flaws as much as possible. And you have any kids?
Actually, I do.
Yeah, that makes even
even worse. I have a son right now. He's 6.
Wow.
To anything, no matter who tries to come into my life, nobody comes before my mother.
But do you see yourself repeating the same curse your father did?
Because addiction runs in your family.
And he's in and out of jail like his father was too.
Yeah, I'm in and out of jail like my dad. That's one thing.
You gotta get back to that boy.
Yeah.
You gotta get back to your son. You don't want him repeating. You don't want him repeating the same thing his father and his grandfather did.
Yeah, no.
Y'all, welcome to JerseyzConcrete. Please hit that subscribe button. Please comment. Please like. And hit that notification bell right there on the subscribe button. Thank you guys for everything. Please support the channel. Hit the Cash App. Listen, it helps the channel out a lot. So, thank you again, guys. Alright, guys, we on Freelandizing at the Popeyes. It look nice now. It's Popeyes. They redid it, man. Alright, man. Today, man, we have. What's your name, sir?
My name is Yazeem.
Yazeem?
Yazeem.
Yazeem?
Yeah.
Alright, nice name. Nice name.
Thank you.
Yazeem, man. Nice to meet you, brother. I met you on a weird. It was kinda. I'm still like at all right now. I guess let's talk about that because we might as well. About what you heard or what you saw when it comes to Ciara.
Well, Ciara, she was. Well, personally, let me start off by saying that the majority of all the females in this area, I consider them to be like sisters to me. Okay. So I look after them. I'm there for them whenever they need me, whatever the case may be, good or bad. And Ciara was one of those ones who, had a little like mental problem.
Because she confirmed that she has schizophrenia to me.
Yeah, she was a schizophrenic, and a lot of people judged her over that because she, just went around just saying random things that kind of blew people's attitude or whatever. But she was a really good person, and it hurts me, to find out that she had passed away, and the way that she passed away. I heard that someone like physically beat her like till she died. And that's a very bad way to go. And what made it worse is the fact that she was pregnant. Yeah. So it's like not only did you commit a murder towards a person, but you also the child as well.
Right, that's double. That's double homicide.
That's double homicide. So whoever did that has that on their conscience. I hope, I don't judge or put any bad thing on anybody, but that person deserves what they got coming to them.
Word, definitely.
It's gonna most likely be something bad.
Right.
Because that was like, excuse my language to everybody, like, but that was fucked up. You know, and that it's a really touchy topic. You know, that's kind of like a topic that I went through before with my cousin, a very close cousin of mine. She was an addict. She was going through things, and people gave her some drugs, and she did the drugs kind of like nodded out in a sense, a bad nod out, and they her and then strangled her.
Wow.
Like, and
I'm sorry to hear that,
like,
man.
I found her like all bloody and everything.
Oh, so you found her after the fact?
After
you was the first one, your cousin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I've been going through a lot lately, dealing with, you know, family members dying. My grandmother just passed away 2 weeks ago. You know.
Wow, I'm sorry, man. My condolences.
I appreciate it. You know, it's just been a lot, and like honestly, through the things that I've been going through, is probably the reason why I ended up where I am now.
You think so? All the trauma and death.
All the trauma and death, and then my personal trauma with things like I was sexually abused as a child. Wow. You know, so my head is mentally fucked up as well, and I just started going downhill for me, and I ended up doing drugs, and like doing hard drugs, and now I'm addicted to hard drugs, you know. And I want the help. I've been given the help, and then what make it worse for me is I was recently locked up. Okay. I was recently locked up. I got locked up back on my birthday, which is in September. September 5th is my birthday. Okay. I turned 28 last year.
Okay, so you're 28.
Yeah, I'm 28 right now. And I got locked up on my birthday. I just recently got out. I got out on April 9th. So I just got out. I was
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
a week or
I've
so
literally been. It's like 2 weeks. I've been home. Yeah. You know, and I was clean for about a year. But then as soon as I came back out, I came right back to the streets. Damn. And I'm back out here, and I'm back doing the same things all over again. You know, and a lot of people over here, they look at me as family, and they was happy for me at first because they see me come home and I was good, I'm looking good, right, all that, and then now I'm back to my old habits. Now, like, it's right, you know, it's crazy, man.
You seem like you have scars and stuff on your hands too.
Normally, when I have like, what do you call them? Like Fetty episodes. Okay. I have a tendency of getting aggressive, and when I get aggressive, I don't like physically harm anyone, but I do cause physical harm to myself. Oh wow! There's times where I have Fetty trips, and I go and I'm shadow boxing walls, headbutting walls.
Wow, I see a scar right here on your side too. Was that from? Scar here. Oh, on your forehead too. Yeah. All types. So you even harm yourself physically?
Yeah, I'm physically always harming myself, and that's one thing I have to get in check because, you know, I don't want to do that and end up coming off of a Fetty trip. And then now I'm looking at myself, I'm like, yo, like, what happened? Like, I woke up the other day off a Fetty trip, woke up, both my hands was covered in blood. I don't know what happened, how my hands got bloody, anything like that. I got all these scars.
So you basically black out. You don't even, you don't remember.
I don't remember anything.
Through the trip.
Literally remember nothing.
Wow.
And it's crazy because
I never heard of Fetty trip till now.
Yeah, it's really crazy. My blackouts are serious because I don't be remembering anything. Like when people tell me, people tell me like the things that I be doing, like, oh yo, you know, we just caught you. You was doing all types of crazy shit. You was all in the middle of the street, dancing with your shirt off.
Wow.
Doing a worm down the block.
Doing a worm?
Yeah, I used to be wilding. Like,
yeah, and doing a worm on a concrete?
On a concrete, in the middle of the street.
Yeah, that's
traffic coming.
Oh nah,
like,
man.
I be tripping.
Hey, yo, these people don't care about addicts out here, man. You don't want to be put in a predicament where they run you over and keep going. I've experienced that with other addicts I know.
That's another trauma I've experienced. My sister Star, she was down by McDonald's. She was having a little Fetty trip, and somebody literally and deliberately ran her over. And not only did they run her over once, but they backed up.
Nah.
And went over her again. You know,
nah, man.
And
that's
I was across
sick.
the street looking at it. Like, I'm like, yo.
And you witnessed it.
I witnessed it, like, firsthand.
Is she dead now?
She's dead. She's like.
Wait, that might sound familiar. I think somebody told me that story sometime last year.
It's been about a year since she's. You know,
I think I heard about that. And you actually witnessed that situation. Wait, and nobody ever stopped the car, never got caught, or nothing.
No.
That's how they do you guys out here. Even the females is out here getting.
They don't care about us. They think because we're drug addicts and stuff like that. We don't have any. We don't have a soul.
Right.
We don't have a feeling towards life. But it's not true. Like people have to come to an understanding that we didn't just wake up and become drug addicts. We became drug addicts through our trauma experiences, through things that a lot of us don't feel comfortable just communicating with people about and talking to people about what we may be going through.
Exactly.
And I'm one of those people. I don't like talking to people. I honestly don't. Like doing this right now, on a different day, you probably would have never caught me trying to do this. Because I don't do it. I don't talk to counselors. I don't do anything like that. My family, they're constantly saying, oh, why don't you go talk to a therapist, this, that, and the other. I'm like, if I don't feel comfortable talking to someone like my mother or something like that, what makes you think I'm going to feel comfortable talking to someone who's, as they say, professional, licensed to do that? It's not going to make a difference.
It really ain't, man. Some say it do, but
I'm not talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. For some people, that they're not comfortable with that, and they don't feel like they will get any resolution from it.
Definitely,
you know. So, and this is why I do this, because I know that there's something rooted in these people's childhood that is still lingering today to make them try to escape it with drugs.
Yes.
And we know, and drugs only help temporarily. It hurts you in longevity at the end of it. But it's the only way you guys can find a way to cope with it. But you have to cope with your past and figure out a way to escape. You will never forget about it, but escape the traumas you went through, so you can kind of live on life regularly as much as possible. You have to really try to go back into your childhood, and I'm not gonna say forgive, because I'm not a forgiving kind of guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the people that harmed you as a young kid, they kind of have to find a way to get over that hurdle. Because what you're going through right now isn't good for you. Physically, mentally, especially even physically, you actually harm yourself right now. You know, physically. But do you see yourself getting clean? Because you came right out of prison a week or two ago, and you're back out here. Like, what made you come back out here?
Honestly, through the stories that I've been hearing while I was in jail, as far as again, people that I consider to be like my sister. Yeah, the juice. Thank you.
I drank some, I'm sorry.
It's my favorite one too.
My bad. Not because I didn't get the amount that I wanted to get.
No, you're fine.
I thought I was gonna get more.
What do you call it? Dude, again, like I told you, a lot of the females out here I call my sisters and stuff like that. I heard stories.
You good? Go ahead.
I was listening to stories. I heard stories about people, a lot of people dying. A place where I used to be, which is the warehouse on
On the dead end?
Yeah, on Virginia Street across from Freeze Pack. I used to be in there. I still be in there a lot sometimes, but it had caught flame.
Right.
And I know a lot of people got injured and stuff like that. And one story in particular that really got under my skin that I heard of, and is a place where I used to go, which is on a dead end in the back over here past
the 2
McDonald's.
boats?
Yeah, the boats.
I know exactly where you're going.
My 2 closest people, one named Butt, the other one named Mimi, they got caught in the fire in the boat. And the guy that was there, everyone feels as though he purposely trapped them in there.
Really?
Because at the end of the day, how is it that he got away, but they didn't get away, and they was all together?
I never thought about that. I actually filmed that explosion not knowing it was boats. I seen an explosion coming home. I went around the other side of the tracks. I'm like, it's a big ass explosion. I'm thinking it's a forklift or something like that. Not knowing it was 2 people on a boat. And I end up documenting that whole situation. And I know one dude did survive. That was supposed to be MiMi's boyfriend. Was that MiMi's boyfriend? The guy that survived?
Yeah.
So it's speculations that he started it?
Yeah.
Wow.
He started it and kind of like trapped them in there, like, and that's fucked up. Like, how could you, like, how can you do that? Like,
this is an evil, it's an evil cloud around Newark right now, especially majority of it. But getting out of prison, man, I'm surprised you even wanted to come back out here. You know, you really got to get over this mental war you got going on in your head, because you're 28, you're almost 30. We can make a lot of mistakes in our 20s, but once we hit 30, we really got to overcome a lot of our flaws as much as possible. And you have any kids?
Actually, I do.
Yeah, that makes it even
even worse. I have a son right now. He's 6.
Wow.
You know, I was just talking to my son's grandmother yesterday, and I was telling her, like, look, I don't want my son to, like, see how I am right now. You know, I don't want him to see me during my addiction. And like, honestly, I told her, I want you to take my son away. I want you to take him. She was planning on moving down south. I'm like, I want you to take my son with you. Take him with you, put him into school down south, and just let him grow, you know, out there. And when I get myself together, I will personally come and visit, or, you know, and come in. I wouldn't say, like, just take my son away from her, but I would be there more when I'm in the right state of mind. Right now, I'm not in the right state of mind, and I don't want to put my son in no harm's way, even though I won't do that anyway. I would never do that. And
like, when you grew up in a lot of harm's way. You've been through a lot. And you needed that male protection over you.
Yes, and I
never have it. You never had it.
I never even, honestly, I didn't. I'm one of those kids who, well, I was a kid. I'm not a kid anymore, but I was one of those kids who grew up without a father.
Right.
Like, my father was always in and out of jail. Like, I literally met my father for the first time when I was 13. And he came home, he tried to control my life. Like, he felt as though
no, those pants I have the same. That's crazy.
He felt as though he had an obligation to, well, he felt that I had an obligation to just, like,
that's me, don't worry about it. Scam like me.
I'm like, oh, what happened?
Go ahead.
He felt as though I had an obligation to just respect him as my father. No, you don't get that right from me.
Right. Coming in your life 13 years old.
You don't get that right. You have to earn the trust. You have to earn the respect. You have to earn the love and everything that you trying to get from me as my father.
Right.
You gotta earn all those things from me, because me growing up, I didn't have anybody in my corner besides my mother and my grandmother.
Right.
So they're the ones who raised me. My mother will always be my mother and my father. My mother will always be my protector. She will always be my number one,
Right.
regardless to anything. No matter who tries to come into my life, nobody comes before my mother.
But do you see yourself repeating the same curse your father did?
Because addiction runs in your family.
But he's in and out of jail like his father was too.
Yeah, I'm in and out of jail like my dad. That's one thing.
You gotta get back to that boy.
Yeah.
You gotta get back to your son.
Jail
You don't want him
is
repeating. You don't want him repeating the same thing his father and his grandfather did.
Yeah, no. That's one thing. Like as far as like dealing with the whole the repeated cycle in the father situation.
Right.
I would never go into the cycle of treating my son the way that my father treated me. I will always be a better man to my son than my father was to me.
Okay.
And also, I'll always show my son that when it comes to like women, like to always treat women with respect and just love them and protect them, because they're gonna always be there for you, no matter what your situation is. And I also tell him and show him that it's never okay to like put your hands on women. That's a very big pet peeve for me. I don't respect men at all who put their hands on women. I don't care how gangster you say you are.
Right.
None of that.
Right.
You don't put your hands on women. I don't do that. I don't condone in that. That's some real excuse my language again to the people. That's some real sucker nigga shit to me. You putting your hands on a woman, and then you'll go put your hands on a woman, treat her like shit, and then a nigga step to you, and you punk out. And
right, I see that all the time.
You act like the female.
Exactly.
Come on, like
it's crazy.
That's
man.
not how that works. Give him the same energy you
same
just gave
energy.
her.
Exactly.
You just gave her and some energy down the street where you was smacking on her. Now you ran into a dude and you saying all this weird, goofy shit to him. Now he want to box you.
Yeah.
Now you quiet. You trying to
deflect.
Trying to deflect.
Yeah.
Trying to do all this weird stuff just to get away from it. Like I don't like that. I don't respect people like that.
Right. So is that the last words you want to give your son, or would you give some words to your son just in case?
I just want to give him the words of today. Today is what?
Today's the 25th. Yeah.
I miss
April.
court.
Oh, you missed court. Oh, God.
God.
Okay, give your last words to your son.
That's crazy. I'm so sorry.
My wisdom to my son, because I'm also as they say a God body.
Okay.
I'm a God body. I'm Muslim, but I'm also a God body.
Okay.
You know, and today's wisdom, being that it's the 25th, would be wisdom culture. It would be wisdom culture, all being born to God. You know, and with that being said, is just be mindful of the things you do and how you talk to people. Because at the end of the day, everything is a repeated cycle, and it's gonna come back to you no matter how you think it is. It's gonna come back to you good or bad, and for the most part, you want it to be good.
Exactly.
And last thing is to just always respect women. Respect yourself, but always respect women, because again, they're gonna always be there for you, no matter what.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time, man.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. And you be safe out here, man.
Thank you.
And it's a mental war. You gotta get over
it
that.
Definitely is. I'm battling every day with the people and with the demons that I'm fighting on my back with these drugs. I'm taking it day by day and just moving at my pace, because I can't move on anyone else's pace. When I start to move on other people's pace, I start to go deeper into a relapse.
Right.
You know, so I'm just doing what I can on a daily basis and just hoping for the best.
Thank you for your time, brother. I appreciate you, man. You be safe. I'm gonna be checking on you, though.
Of course.
I always check on, like you saw me, I was coming to check on Ciara. Hopefully you guys be able to watch that interview. That's our last interview.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch it.
Go 45 minutes long. Huh?
You do more than one interview?
Yeah, sometimes I come back and I get an update on you guys. I interview you guys multiple times.